over 2,500 locations across the United States. We're now available in Florida, Georgia, Alabama, Tennessee, North Carolina, Ohio, Idaho, Illinois, Michigan, Montana, Oregon, and Texas. Go to hardafseltzer.com today, click on the store locator, enter your city or zip, and find the nearest location closest to you.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Ross Patterson Revolution! Brought to you by GhostBed.com.
Oh, JVs. We back, baby.
We back.
It almost feels like too much time off.
I know.
Is it 5 days? Because it's Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, and then Tuesday. Yeah, we're looking at 5 days here. It feels like too much time.
I know.
And that's why I always say we're back on Tuesday, because it feels like we took 10,000 years off.
Yeah.
And then we suddenly made ourselves pretty princesses and then came into work.
It's almost like we live a double life.
We do.
Yeah.
We do. And it's filled with kids and laughter and joy.
And small talk.
Yeah, isn't it?
Yep. Filled
Isn't it
with
nice?
small talk and volunteering.
We don't get to go to space, is what we're saying.
Yeah.
Okay?
Yeah.
I would love just to take off on a Monday morning and say, hey, hon, going to space today for 11 minutes.
Right.
Just to check it out. I'll be back.
Right. And then we can also have the conversation.
Yeah.
About how fucking stupid it is. Because it's
Jessie, it is.
They did it.
The
Look
magic.
at this.
She's a professional astronaut. Katy Perry is a professional astronaut. You at home listening or watching are a fucking loser. I'm sorry. There's nothing you can do about it, okay? I'm a loser. Look I'm even wearing my favorite team hoodie today, the Atlanta Braves.
Okay.
They're fucking losers, dude. I am a loser. I have nothing
They're catching up.
to look forward to. Boo. Okay? Boo.
Your
What did we
team.
go? 0-8, and then we finally won one? Awesome.
We got a big dub last night.
Yeah.
You
be
don't
all right.
Yeah.
you don't like people defending your team?
Not right now. We've been playing awful.
Boo.
And look at that. So here's my blue versus their blue.
Right.
Look at that, dude.
Right.
Look at how much fun they're having, except for the girl in the front. She looks very angry, and I don't know why. What's her story? Is she a normie?
She's a real astronaut. Yeah.
Stop it. Is
Yeah.
that the real one?
Yeah, I believe
There's
so.
a couple real ones. I think
Put
Amanda.
that back on screen. She is so fucking angry in this picture.
The Asian is a real astronaut.
Where's the Asian?
Right here.
Yeah.
Oh, wow. They really tucked her back, huh?
Her,
I just
and her
read
for
her.
sure real astronauts. And then like maybe the black woman, not Gail King, but the other one, even though she looks real good, doesn't have that astronaut vibe.
Man, this looks like a brochure for
I'd look
Urban
it
Air.
up.
Look at all the races represented.
I would
all
look
of
it up, though.
Yeah.
So to her credit, I will say in the first pick, is that the first pick, Bob? Yeah. You can stay on it here for last before we get into the comedy of it.
Sure.
She did stuff herself in the back, it looks like. So that's nice.
Yeah.
She was trying to give
She's
some credit
not-
to everybody else of like, all right, the two most famous people, let's fucking sit in the back of this photo and let them sit up front.
Yeah.
That's nice.
Like, let's put one. They all got together like girls.
Yep. How does that work behind the scenes?
We should probably let that one, the like real astronaut, like sit in the front. Don't you think, for the first? And then we'll post later kind of like our other fun ones, but I think that it would be better.
Yeah.
And
Okay,
she would
we're-
like love it. Don't you think she would love it?
Yeah, we are racist, actually. No surprise there, I suppose. The Asian,
As a show?
just in general.
Okay, yeah, of course.
the
Well, I mean,
Asian
look, I
woman-
meant both. I just meant for the sake of,
Yeah,
of
just
context.
let's just paper over all of it.
Yeah.
The Asian woman, not an astronaut. The black
Okay.
woman, the very good-looking black woman, Aisha Bowe, is a NASA rocket scientist.
No way. Why didn't they put her up front? Oh, that's
I
right, because
actually
it's Bezos' wife. And you're not going to tell her husband, that guy who created the goddamn thing, that his wife's not going to sit up front on that Apple box.
I believe the black woman is the only astronaut. Because this woman up front, the unhappy one, is actually a photojournalist.
Really?
And philanthropist, yeah.
Wow.
Lauren Sanchez. Then you've got Carrie Ann Flynn is
so Lauren Sanchez is Bezos' wife.
Oh, okay. So that's okay, yeah. So
this is there.
The front one then is film producer Carrie Ann Flynn.
Carrie Ann Flynn. Why? Why is she there?
She makes shit for Amazon?
Maybe. And then the real astronaut's the hot black one right behind her?
Yes.
Okay, and then the Asian is who?
That is a civil rights activist, Amanda Nugent.
Okay, what
she
does she
has been to space before and was like, she was going to be in the CIA and NASA space program, but her activism overtook that. She has a Nobel Peace Prize.
In what?
For her activism in
Jessie. Even listening
she changed the amount of times that rape kits are kept before they're destroyed.
Okay.
Used to be like 6 months.
Yep.
And she fought to have them be
shorter, longer.
Shorter.
Okay.
Yeah, she didn't want them to be kept. She wanted them all to be destroyed.
Yeah.
Nobel Peace Prize.
Yeah, just making sure. I didn't know.
Giving people more time to decide to file on that or what have you. So it's pretty good.
That's a worthy cause.
It's a worthy cause.
All right.
She's a Time Woman of the Year. She was in Forbes 30 Under 30. Pretty accomplished.
Okay, great.
Gal. I just read her biography.
You did?
Saving 5. I did.
Oh, okay, great.
Yeah. Not an astronaut, but was very, very close to doing that before this situation happened, and she pivoted to the activism part of it. But are you saying the only real astronaut is the hot black lady?
Yeah, Aisha Bowe.
Wow. All right. Now,
dude, that's what I'm talking about.
University of Michigan's finest.
There we go. Hey.
It's not all trash.
Here's the thing. You can laugh, too, but, that is a very, very good school.
No, it's, the best public school in the country.
Yeah.
Maybe a Cal one might be a Cal and maybe, one or two others. But
the Big Ten is fucking gnarly, man, as far as getting into, shit. It's hard. It's yes. And Michigan, academically, is probably number one in the entire conference, I would say. As far as how hard it is to get into.
Northwestern, I'd imagine, is the only one above it.
They would be neck and neck, I would imagine, yeah.
But guys, more importantly than of that,
she's hot. Yeah.
Katy Perry was there.
And obviously the astronaut's hot. Now, so you had this, Bob, let's go to the next one. I'm imagining that's going to be a solo pick. Nailed it. God damn it, I nailed it. Look at that. Look at that. I mean, that's a professional photographer, right? It's magic hour there.
Look at her pondering.
Beautiful. What do you think she's thinking about? Space?
I love the
mysteries of the universe.
Yeah, space.
I love the astronaut costumes that are their costumes, right?
No, that's what they actually wear.
Do they need?
They wear those to space. Yes, they do.
But I mean, do they need to?
Yes,
or it's
they do.
more like a costume.
No, you wear it to space.
Well, I know, but
you can't wear just clothes.
Why?
Because they would kind of fly everywhere. You got to keep everything zipped in, and they want everything to be on the up and up. You know.
Okay, I'm just wondering.
Yeah, that's kind of the new spacesuit, by the way, which is nice.
No
longer do you have to wear the Neil Armstrong shit, where it's trash bags, tinfoil, and whatever the big bulky shit is. This is kind of the new look astronauts.
My hair is so Farrah Fawcett right now.
Leave it. We're all good, babe. We're talking about females empowering each other here. We're not worrying about each other's hair.
But Katie is.
We got astronauts. She's not. She's thinking about space in that picture, Jessie. Okay. Really pondering the universe, life, what it means, all of it. And
how she looks in the suit.
Yes. Yep. So don't worry about your hair today, okay? She went to goddamn space. She's got a lot more on her mind. And clearly, she's thinking about it. That's why she's looking upward.
What if she found out Earth is flat?
Oh, she comes back just a
flat earther?
Yeah.
So show us the video of her in space when she actually goes up. Again, this is an 11-minute journey. I believe.
That's from touch. Take off to touchdown, huh?
Yeah.
11 minutes?
11 minutes.
We're in space.
You're in space for 11 minutes, and then you come back down.
We're in space.
Yeah, and I mean, look at how magical it is. She's flying. Is that a flower she took with her?
Oh, that was a flower? In
Maybe.
space?
Look at that, a Beanie Baby.
I cut the audio in case.
Yeah.
In case it went into firework or something like that. Smart. The Asian's having a good time. Good
Yeah.
for her. She needs it. She's worried about a lot of shit in this planet.
Yeah.
And able to see it from obviously above is probably going to help her in her activism, which I love there. Yeah, I would want to do this. It's fucking awesome, and I get it, okay? But you kind of need to bury it way down deep inside when you get home, right?
Well, I think you just need to be realistic about it. Like, it was 11 minutes. That was fucking crazy. It was kind of like skydiving, only crazier, but like not what she said.
Would you not freak
after.
out? But before, would you not freak out of like, holy shit, I'm going to go up to space and it's going to drop me down safely all in the same day, and I'm not going to be worried that anything is going to go wrong?
Funny you should say drop me down safely.
Yeah. There you go.
They have audio of the drop.
Right. Which you can play it. So
Okay.
she had said, I was nervous about all of it the day before and everything else, and then play this. Would you not be nervous?
Parachutes deploy from the crew capsule. Those are like the guide parachutes. There go the drogue parachutes.
Just free falling right there until those drogues came out.
Sounds like they're on the Tower of Terror.
Main parachutes
Yeah,
that get
sure does. It
pulled
Six Flags.
out.
Look at those tiny parachutes.
I know.
Is that how all astronauts sound?
That's
when they're
exactly what
coming
Neil
down.
Armstrong sounded like.
Females,
Kick up the
Jesse.
desk. It's a very
To be
soft,
fair,
soft
that's
landing
probably the
despite
noise
sporting,
Sally Ride made.
Perception. There it is.
A lot of laughter, a lot of fun. They're all alive. They made it.
It's a deep cut joke.
The
Who were
Jenners.
those?
Is that the Jenners?
Oh, I think that is a Jenner with
Why?
the nails.
Why? Why would a Jenner be there?
That's Chris. I
Because-
think that's Chris, man.
Is she going?
She orchestrated the whole thing.
Probably.
You know where this leads, right?
Oh, is that? Wait, isn't that her daughter next to her?
That's Courtney.
Yeah.
Yeah, the Jenners were there.
So that's the
Not
whole.
Courtney.
No. That's the whole.
Chloe.
That's Chloe. That's the whole fucking Kardashian family.
Yep.
Wow. All right, I didn't know that. Mm-hmm. So yeah, there would be extra pressure if the Kardashians were watching you.
Yeah.
So I understand the screams
For sure.
and the giggling and the laughter and all that other stuff. They get out safely. Obviously, they all lived. Mm-hmm. They had a fun time.
Yeah.
And
Oprah's there.
that's right for Gayle King.
Crying.
Look at that.
Crying. Gail
Look
went
at
up.
that, dude.
Gail went up.
Oh boy,
Oh.
she almost lost her best friend / It almost seems like she's more than a best friend in a way, doesn't it? I'm not going to say
think
what,
it is, but
love her.
is it like momentous in other ways? First
Nope.
black?
No. The astronaut's already been there. She's black.
First Vietnamese woman in space.
Yeah, and good for that, I guess. That's fun. That's a fun thing.
First
But then
billionaire.
when Katie got off the thing, she kissed the ground. Do we have that footage of her kissing the ground?
And she made a speech. Can we? I don't know
Yeah,
if
can we
can
play that speech? I think we can because it was on. It was pretty much everywhere on Twitter. Yeah, so there's her kissing the ground. Obviously, just a light peck.
Yeah, because it's
You don't want to get too dirty.
Well, it's dirty.
And you're wearing makeup and all that other stuff. Mm-hmm. Also, they did appear. Bob, pop up that picture one more time. It does appear like they put some rug down so she wouldn't get her knees dirty and get the spacesuit dirty. Which
No,
is
I
nice.
think that's right outside the stairs. So
Okay.
that's like the little mat right there.
What would you say that Matt's doing for you when you're just kind of hopping out? Is that really stopping along?
It's just a little bit of like, okay, here, you know what I mean? Like a welcome mat back to, I think it's just standard issue.
Sure.
With those stairs, it looks like.
It looks like you got it at Home Depot. That's the
Some
$12.99
moving-
rollout mat that you're just kind of like, all right, let's put this in front of the
I mean,
commercial
look.
real estate building. Like, let's try not to drag dirt in through the fucking studio, obviously, but
I think it's
good for her.
I think it's fine and fun.
So do I.
right?
And I love it, right? So we have
Yeah.
this. Do we have her speech? Because I have not seen the speech.
Oh yeah. So let's she is filled, it's a lot about love. I think she's kind of a little bit out of it. But yeah, that one.
Okay, great. So I've not
Play
seen that.
the one that's like.
Thank you.
I think it's more to the crowd, maybe.
Right there, that one's fine.
Let's try that one.
Just try that one. Where she was speaking, Bob. Go down, go down.
You can say,
Okay.
Try that one.
Yeah, let's see your chat there.
It is the highest high, and it is surrender to the unknown, trust, and this whole journey is not just about going to space. It's the training, it's the team, it's the whole thing. I couldn't recommend this experience more. This is like up there with all the, different tools that I've learned in my life, from meditation to the Hoffman process. This is up there because what you're doing is you're like really finding
Yeah, I'm gonna
the
have
love
to ask
for
you about
yourself
that.
because you got to trust
I'll
in
ask you
yourself
after this.
on this journey, and then you're feeling the love when you come down for sure, and you're feeling that strength. So I feel really connected to that strong divine feminine right now.
By the way, you're such a badass. I love that the month of April, you're like, I'm going to space and I'm launching my tour.
It is the highest high.
The speech she just gave was an Aubrey Marcus speech.
I know, and
I
she
didn't
did
understand
say
one
divine.
word. I didn't understand one word that really connected with the other than beauty, space, divinity, freedom.
She did say the divine feminine, right?
Yeah.
And I think that's an Aubrey Marcus.
I believe it is.
Definitely his lady, right?
The Hoffman process, I think.
So that's where I wanted to go, because there was a lot of confusion of what the Hoffman process is. Bob, can you just give me a quick synopsis on Google of what that is? Because a lot of people were talking about this. I didn't know what the fuck it was. I've never heard about it.
It takes place at the Hoffman Institute Foundation.
Okay.
Obviously.
Sounds legit. In San Rafael, California.
I was going to say California.
Cool.
It's a week-long residential and personal growth retreat that helps participants identify negative behaviors, moods, and ways of thinking. That developed unconsciously and were conditioned in childhood.
This is the shit I'm worried about.
It's called the Hoffman Quadrinity Process.
Okay.
Or Quadrinity Process, sorry. The process helps you become more conscious and disconnected from a negative pattern, or from negative patterns of thought and behavior on emotional, intellectual, and physical levels in order to make significant positive changes in your life on a spiritual level.
Got it. Okay. So obviously you had to thank that process when you touched down there, right out of your mouth, coming home from space, and then you brought the flower up there, and look at all those teachers. Are they all whites? I'm gonna guess yes. Keep scrolling.
Far.
No, there's a manual fortune.
But yes, very white.
Yeah.
And then Danny Kim. Oh, we got a couple of
Regina. You know why? Black people are smart enough not to do this bullshit. Like, you know what I'm saying?
What
live
you're
your
seeing
life.
is a
Black people are smart enough not to pay money for this shit, where they're just like, this is some stupid white people shit.
This is the faces of people without problems.
Correct.
Yeah.
But not in the way they think they don't have problems.
Right. Like, you ask black people what fucking weekly problems are, they'll tell you.
What the Hoffman
This isn't
process
gonna,
is?
yeah, that's not going to solve it for you.
They'll tell you to go
Fuck yourself. Right?
What?
Which
what?
will
My childhood? I can't afford fucking diapers right now.
Yeah,
Bro,
I
I had a roof over my head and I had food.
I bought formula over the weekend. It was $54.
This is the
for
kind
formula.
of shit. This is the kind of shit that I'm worried about for with my kids. Because I'm like, they have it pretty good, right? But not.
That's the problem.
Well,
perfect.
we'll get there.
Where do goth kids pop up?
Hey.
Not in the ghetto.
I know.
In the
Guys,
cul-de-sac.
we will segue.
You can find a problem anywhere.
We'll segue that later. I promise you.
And by the way, can I just say real quick, you have introduced your children to a gateway to that already.
Yes. And by the way, us parents had that
Jiu-jitsu.
conversation.
Oh yeah.
Well, sort of. And I'll talk about that, but in a larger scope when we get to the other shits that we were talking about. So it didn't end there, because we were all, for the last 24 hours, trying to figure out what the fucking Hoffman process was, what she was talking about, everything else. And then she still posted about it. And late last night, she posted, I was up. It says, there's no place like home, still earth, and then a heart. So she's still on her Twitter page, still happy to be home.
High as a kite, yeah.
Yeah. I just want to read through some of the comments on Twitter underneath the post, if you don't
Okay.
mind here. Greg Welcome home, Katy. We missed you so much. I didn't know what to do with my life while you were up in space, and I was stuck down here on Earth. It felt like an eternity. Jack, wow, that is a lot of screaming for only 11 minutes. Pants on Fire with George Santos. I'm imagining that's the infamous George Santos from New York. He's a former congressman there. I thought you were from a whole other world, a different dimension. LOL. I'm assuming that's referencing her lyrics and her tour and some of her songs, right?
Okay.
Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah.
I'm not super familiar with a Katy catalog.
I am. I got a Katy catalog locked on. I mean, besides the last album, which sucked, I got it locked in. Seagal, right underneath that, said, "Girl went to space for 11 minutes and came back acting like she escaped Interstellar." Love that. Yes, now we've got all the wisdom and everything else. And it is just fucking endless here on this timeline underneath that. Imagine getting the chance to be in space for 6 minutes and spending the whole time looking into a camera. I thought the same thing.
Yeah.
So you get 6 minutes to look around at the world, and most of it you're looking into your own camera so you can get sweet footage for the gram when you get back down. Which is fucking wild to me. I would have just said, hey, I'm going to leave my phone at home. You go ahead and just grab
cameras
that.
in there.
Yeah,
Let's
just send me a copy of that, and I'll kind of just give me a thumb drive on the way out. I paid $250,000 to do this. Can you just give me a thumb drive on the way out, kind of like at Space Mountain?
Well, she's contractually obligated to post about it.
Because they let her go for free?
Because it's an ad for
No way.
Blue Origin trips.
Okay. Great.
So
now, if you had subscribed to, let's say, the AP or Reuters or X or some of the other news sites that pop out news, let's say you got notifications. Those popped up on people's phones. Just in case you were having a hard day yesterday, Katy Perry has returned home from space. Katy Perry is in space. Katy Perry is launching into space. And you would have gotten those notifications all day until she landed. And other people are saying the whole fucking flight is like a sitcom, and it just keeps going here. I mean, the comedy out of this is absolutely endless. And truthfully, if we were on Patreon today, I would literally just spend the next 3 hours reading every comment underneath her post.
right.
Because she hasn't deleted them there. And it's been magical all fucking morning to read this shit.
Do you are you on the comments side?
I don't comment. I'm not.
well-
I haven't commented yet. I was unaware that this was going on, so I woke up this morning.
I've gotten on thankfully away from Tradwife a little bit, gotten onto comment reels, basically. So reels that are either made for or you go to them specifically for the comment section.
Okay.
So I'm on that side. So it'll feed you almost like a Christina P. Like it'll feed you the weirdest stuff.
How do you get there?
And it's like any algorithm.
Okay.
You just have to stay on something long enough. Go to enough comment sections.
Dumping it into your eyeball.
I don't follow Katy Perry closely enough that I actually had to seek this out. So that makes sense. This was not fed to me.
I'm just saying it's just a side of reels. It has nothing to do with famous people. It sends you like almost cringy stuff. So you can go right to the comment section and see what people
and
are.
laugh and okay.
And just, yeah.
I like that.
There's like professional
commenters.
People are pretty good.
Oh, 100%.
Yeah.
I mean, look, you catch me on the right day, I'm unstoppable. If I was paid to do that job all day,
right?
Jesus Christ, man, I would be one of the richest on the planet. Like,
yeah.
I know what to do now that, like, fuck, if we were ever in a jam, I'd be like, look, hon, I got to go to work from 9 to 5 today. What is it? I just got to comment on everything on the internet all day long, and I'll build some crazy following, and then you and I can sell, skincare products or whatever the fuck it is, and make some money off of it. But watching this in real time, my God, dude, I understand why people hate celebrities and everything else these days, and it's not shocking whatsoever.
Yeah.
And it probably didn't get worse than seeing them scream all the way down and then laugh and giggle like it was the end of Magic Mountain.
Well, I almost like some of them sounded like scared. Like it
But once it hit, then it was like
yeah,
the
it was like,
laughter
oh my
and
God.
yeah.
Yeah.
Now, on the flip side of this, there was a lot of people who were rooting for that goddamn thing to blow up like the Challenger.
Sure.
Just because we would have endless fucking news and memes, and imagine how many firework videos you would have scored on reels to this thing exploding into space.
Yeah.
On all the things, and like
For
everybody
sure.
was like, if one of them's gonna fail, because eventually it's gonna happen. There's nothing we can do. Elon Musk is the only one, by the way, who actually posts his failures live on air, and he's like, well, here's what happened, here's what I learned from it, and nobody was on fucking board. So we're good.
Yeah.
One of these goddamn things
One of these things
has to, right?
Yeah.
Has to.
Yeah, it's gonna happen when they get like real comfortable with it, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like the first plane crash or whatever. Where it's like everyone's like, it's so normal. Everyone go up, kids, family, whatever.
Right.
That's when it'll happen.
And then it's going to be some weird family that we didn't know, kind of like the Titan sub people who all blew up, and like it was a fun story for a couple weeks, but none of them are really that famous for us to talk about afterwards. Like, I haven't said Titan sub probably in 10 months on the show or in real life. Yeah, right? Because they weren't famous.
Yeah, I think you hear about it the way, well, I'll be more high profile because it's space, but it'll be like the helicopter crash in New York the other day.
Right.
Just a random rich family, unfortunate, horrible.
I know.
Yeah.
Taking a skyline.
Yes.
But nobody was famous, and it was like, sorry, we got to move on to Iraq or
like
something.
every Cessna crash ever.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
it'll be like some finance CEO who took up flying was like flying his family back from Augusta to,
Unless it was Roy Halladay, skipping off the water,
But
then nobody
like,
fucking cares.
You hear plane crash and you're like, oh my God. And then you see it was like a private. And you go, oh.
Well, you're always like, did somebody famous?
Well, not private, but like one of those.
Like Tiger
not
Woods.
a PJ.
Like
Yeah,
a
it's not
Harrison,
PJ,
a Harrison Ford, like little propeller, whatever, and
Like
you
a
go like,
Cessna.
oh wow,
Like a Cessna, and you're like, that's some jackass who's got extra time on his
Bummer.
hands, who's retired.
Every plane crash like that's ever happened, there's only one person to blame.
Right.
When the family dies.
Yep.
Harrison Ford.
No, the wife.
The wife, yeah.
Oh,
The
okay.
wife who allowed all that shit to happen.
Yep.
Oh, okay.
For not
Yeah,
putting
yeah.
her foot down.
Yep. And
being
saying
like,
you're not getting a plane.
Yeah, you're not getting a plane. We're not getting on this fucking plane with you.
Yeah.
Just, if you can afford this plane, you can afford first class tickets on a real fucking plane.
That's the exact conversation, word for word, Bob, that Jessie would have said to me if I would have came home and pitched some stupid shit like that to her. Word for word, she would have said that to me. And I would have said, you're right. This is stupid. Why do I need to fly this? Just so I can...
You're going to fly a plane.
Yeah. Leave it to the professionals. Leave it to the professionals. You don't need some jackass like me who got too rich and then just was bored and, I don't know the fucking wins or anything. And I was just, I got lost.
Why don't you just try...
Go play pickleball.
Give fixing the back screen door a whirl first.
Leave it to...
And then we'll see if you could handle a plane.
Maybe have
Do you know
a
what I mean?
plane. Exactly.
Because he didn't do anything around the house either.
No. And leave it to veterans and cool people and... Not for some rich jackass who sold a seltzer company.
Of all the things he won't do, like he doesn't, like he pays people to do handiwork around the house, pays people to take care of his kids.
Won't put anything together.
But he'll fucking fly the plane.
Yeah.
I'll take you guys down to Bermuda. You ready? There's this triangle we have to go through, and then after that, it's pretty much smooth sailing. So hop on board, kids. Grab your Louis. We're going. Grab all the Louis stuff. We're going to the Bermuda tonight, all right?
The Louis stuff?
If you're that rich, yeah. It's you're obviously your suitcases are getting an upgrade. Everything's getting an upgrade.
Oh, okay. Sorry, I didn't know.
Yeah,
what you were talking about.
Jesse, come on, man. I mean, you're getting an upgrade with everything. Okay?
Yeah.
Daddy doesn't get a plane, and then you're still carrying Samsonite. That's not a thing.
If you have one of those like Patrick Swayze planes,
do you know how expensive it is to take flying lessons and fucking buy a Cessna?
Yeah, but isn't all of your money going to that?
You shouldn't. That shouldn't be where all your money's going, unless you're single. If you're
like
single and you got divorced and then you sold some company or whatever, yeah, that would make sense. But otherwise, with a family, no. Like, how much is a Cessna right now? I remember a friend of mine got a helicopter recently for $350, and it felt like it was $350. I was like, this feels way too late. I shouldn't be in this goddamn thing.
Yeah, for
it's,
sure.
$600.
It's between used models can range from 50,000 to 300,000.
Yeah, even worse. Hey, hon, I got a used one. Just learned how to fly for $50K. You guys ready? Pack up. We're going to Bermuda.
Okay.
pack up, hon. No, it's fine. They got a guy with a fucking palm tree branch who's going to wave us into some dirty, sandy field that I feel confident about. Do you guys? Awesome. Pack your shit. We're going to Bermuda.
Yeah, we're going to get the drug runway.
Yeah.
It'll be sweet.
Not one prayer. Not one goddamn prayer. Which will lead us into the other conversations, which we'll have to after the sponsors here. Bob, who do we got on the show today? Who do we got on the old program today here? It's April 15th, tax day. Nobody's happy about it. I pushed my taxes, full disclosure, so didn't really have to worry about it. Here's mood on. Thank God,
Yeah,
dude.
I'm in the mood, baby.
Fucking A, dude. Take the mood off. You know what? This is a real story, and it's not in the fucking copy, and I don't really give a shit. It's the best goddamn night's sleep I've ever had in my entire life on this. And I am a gigantic fan. I think it's called, without even looking at the copy, I think it's just called Sleepy Time. And like, dude, I had to take 3/4 of one. I took a whole one, and I was out for like 12 hours. And what had happened was coaching all of this shit and then trying to take one of those before to go to bed. I think I just blacked out on the couch.
Yeah.
Kids jumping on me, nothing. I felt nothing.
Right.
That is the greatest goddamn night's sleep I've ever had in my entire life. And it was that. That's what I took.
Yeah.
And I took 3/4 of one, man. Huge fan. I can never go to fucking sleep, and like I don't care how much shit you give me. Like whatever's in the copy is in the copy. It's fine. But I can just tell you, I eat these goddamn things on a nightly basis, and I'm finally getting some fucking sleep where it's just like, holy shit. So it's weed, it's cannabis, and it's accessible, affordable, convenient, transparent. 20% off your entire purchase over there. And I can tell you about the guys that are, their copy says revolution, how you deal with life's challenges from sleepless nights to stress-filled days. I can fucking swear to God on this one. You throw a Bible or stack of Bibles or a dead grandmother at me right now, I'd lay my hand across it.
Right.
Best night's sleep I've ever had on those Sleepy Time gummies. Jesus Christ. Mood.com has created an entire line of functional gummies that target specific health concerns with 100% federally legal THC blends. They'll deliver them discreetly to your doorstep. And you get 20% off your first order at mood.com with promo code. Is it Ross Patterson over there?
Yep.
Thank God, dude. But I love them. And we get this shit, and everybody's like, man, do you actually take it? Do you actually do the shit that you say you do on air?
Yes.
And I go, yes, because if you bought it and it was fucking awful, either you'd hate me or her, or you just wouldn't listen to the goddamn show anymore because you think we're a bunch of liars. So first time taking this shit, I was like, all right, before we have them on the show, I took the Sleepy Time because I was like, dude, if you're going to go out there and say that it really helps you with specific shit, let's find out if it helps with specific shit.
Yeah.
Unconscious.
Yeah.
I fucking love it, and I can swear by it. So much so that I ended up buying the 15 milligram THC ones. I cut those in half if I'm just chilling out or watching concerts or the UFC on Saturday nights. Love this company. Dude, 15 minutes. It says 15 minutes flat in there. It's real goddamn close, man. Between 15 and like 20 minutes, and I was night. Last night.
Yeah.
You were shocked. You were like, hey, I'm going to bed. I was like, yeah, I can go to bed. Let's go.
I was like, wait, you're going to go to bed right now?
Yep.
And you're like, yeah, I should be able to. And I was like, no, you won't.
So
and you're like,
3/4 of a mood. I was fucking Mahatma Gandhi all night long. Swear by these goddamn things. They've got Euphoria gummies. They've got shit for PMS. Like, there's a bunch of different categories. That's the one. I've had that in the THC one, full disclosure. I haven't had the rest of the shit yet.
Yeah, they have energy ones.
Yeah.
And it says, like, the different strains that are on there, plus the CBD in milligrams too, and tells you why that is doing the specific thing that it's doing. So, again, transparent for sure.
But here's the thing. You can say all that shit. Is it actually going to work? Who fucking knows?
I'm just saying knowing what's in it and not being like, oh, it says energy. I guess it's energy, but actually having the exact strain and the thing on there, like,
I don't know what they did, man, but I'll ride or die with you motherfuckers, dude. Best of all, Mood does, not only does, they stand behind it. They get a 100-day satisfaction guarantee, but as I mentioned, listeners get 20% off their first order with the code Ross Patterson. So head to mood.com, browse their amazing selection of functional gummies, and find the perfect gummy for whatever you're dealing with. And remember, use the promo code Ross Patterson at checkout to save 20% off your first order. Apparently, the euphoric ones you take like 15 minutes before sex, and something fucking crazy happens. So, I mean,
Rope City, y'all.
Let's fucking go. I haven't had
Bob?
it. I haven't had it. They're new. They're
More-
new.
It's more ropes than a rodeo when you take that thing.
Yeah.
Bob.
I mean, all I can say is the two that I've had, Lights goddamn out, and I'll swear by him. Next up,
He does it on
Liquid
purpose,
IV.
is what it is,
I'm
yeah.
drinking it right now. You see this every fucking day. Like, I have a Liquid IV every single day. Our kids have one every single night. These are the easiest products to promote, so we actually use this shit every single fucking day. I cannot have water without something in it anymore. And since they have like sugar-free versions and everything else, I just pour something in there because water's now become boring, and that's how you become a rich asshole, is what happens.
Yeah, Liquid IV has definitely ruined me.
Fuck. I love them, though. And it's just like, whatever. They've been on the show for how many years? I called them initially. Buddy of mine Nick gave it to me, and I was hungover at his house, and he was like, bro, this is the future. I was like, I've heard it from everybody. Felt great, popped up, and I was like, holy shit. Then I called them, had a conversation with them, had the president of the show on Drinkin' Bros. That's how much I love the product. They got everything, dude. Get ready for summer, especially Texas. The kids drink this at soccer, football practices every single night. Jiu-jitsu, everything else. It's hot as fuck already here, except for today. I woke up and it was 50.
I know.
After
It'll be
it
hot
being
later.
102. That's what my doctor said earlier. He was just like, oh, don't worry. It'll be 102 tonight, so have fun. But liquidiv.com will help you maximize your summer plans with sugar-free hydration, featuring the new Raspberry Lemonade Hydration Multiplier. Get 20% off your first order with the promo code Nooners at checkout. 16 ounces of water. One, is the stick here? Boom. Sticks here. I usually roll it up and just kind of chuck it around the desk. Nobody sees here. If you look behind my desk, though, there's like 800 Liquid IV Raptors. It's kind of when everything is hidden. And this is empty, by the way. This is all for fucking show because I've taken all of it.
Yeah, that's a really good flavor too, golden cherry. Any new flavor
Love
that they
it.
come out with too is always really
But
good.
at least I'm super fucking honest with you. I mean, that shit's fucking empty. And big fan of it. And they got everything across the board. They've got so many new flavors that a lot of them are sold out, and they'll pop in other ones. Recent new flavors are the golden cherry, the pear, I'm a gigantic fan of. Acai berry, I'm a huge fan of. Pina colada, I love. And then our kids like the lemon lime, which is old school. That was like
I
their first
know.
flavor, but they love it.
I think it feels like a Sprite maybe to them.
I
Do you
guess.
know what I mean? I do the sugar-free, so sugar-free white peach, sugar-free lemon lime, and sugar-free white grape.
Yeah. Now, you can buy them bulk white at
green
Costco or the gas stations everywhere. I feel like they're everywhere. However, you can only get 20% off online. I promise you, this is a massive savings. So just buy it online, have it shipped to your house. It's super fucking easy. Promo code Nooners at liquidiv.com. Best in the biz over there. And as far as rehydration goes, like immediately.
Yeah.
And I love these guys. And they'll be with us for hopefully ever. I don't know. I mean, I use it so much that I'm like,
Here's the deal. We'll be buying them forever.
yeah, will they be on the show forever?
Hopefully they'll be with us.
No
Yeah.
idea. No idea. But you're getting 20% off your first order with Nooners at liquidiv.com. Last but not least, our own company, hardafseltzer.com. We are literally down to 15 days left on wefunder.com/hardafseltzer. So if you want to invest in the company, that's it. We left 30% of the company open up to you. A lot of you are joining late, which is fine. But just do it before the 30th because the government takes it down after that. So we can't do anything about it. And even if we wanted to put up another one, it would take another SEC audit. The last one took, 6 or 7 months? I mean, that thing was fucking impossible. So, no, I don't want to go through that again for a while, to be honest with you. And we're taking it down after this. If you've had it out there, it's selling out everywhere. Been on these conversations all day long. We made 1,000 cases of Penn State for the Pennsylvania opening. The truck picked those up this morning. The entire state is sold out. So that means the distributors bought all of them and put them throughout the state. So you're probably getting them Thursday or Friday, those Penn State six-pack cans.
Okay.
I'll put the list up as soon as it's available. But they bought all 1,000 cases, which is 2,012 packs from our warehouse in Pennsylvania. And they will be out in stores probably Thursday or Friday, but grab them while you can. And we'll see you in 10 days. For the live show. That'll be at Brothers in the afternoon. So join us at Brothers on Friday afternoon, and then we're all going to the game together. I'm looking at tickets now, Dan and I, to try to buy like a huge group so we can all just hang and party in wherever section of the stadium and watch the spring game together. But I'll let you know. I was able to do that at Illinois, and I think I bought 100 tickets. And surprisingly, we needed 150. I mean, it was fucking wild. So, yeah. So I'm looking into doing that, but we'll be there in 10 days. And then Jessie and I will be doing a live show at the Kentucky Derby there May 2nd, which is Friday. We'll have details as soon as those are available. Did you get your outfit? Did you get your stuff?
I got my hat.
Okay.
I think that's the most important thing with the Derby. a dress, you can kind of just match it, you know?
Okay, great.
And I need to see your suit first. So,
Well, you did. It's ridiculous.
yeah, we go in lieu of going really expensive and super nice. We go ridiculous. That's always my default.
We always go hilarious.
Yeah.
I would rather the comedy of it rather than look like some rich asshole who's not really rich. Like, I'm not going to fucking do it.
Well, because I can't do it, first of all. Can't afford it. Don't know what's
And the reason
cool.
why, all our money is in the seltzer company. So, like, I have no problem saying that. And I think if we were all just honest with one another, we could at least get through this together, okay?
Yeah.
Because I wanted to ask you about the Harvard thing. This has been trending nonstop for 2 days. And this will go back to what Bob said earlier about who we're raising our kids to be.
right.
I'm not going to make this a political thing. I know it is one right now. Now, I'm surprised at the backlash from moms and everybody else of fuck Harvard, because that seems to be an 80-20, maybe 90-10-ish split here online of like, why is U.S. taxpayer money going to fund a university? I don't understand that either, and I don't know why it funds any university. So,
Where online?
I'm sorry?
Where? On Twitter?
Yeah, Twitter,
Oh, okay.
Facebook, everywhere else. Like, and it's, I get it. Like, Harvard seems like this unattainable thing that you're lucky to go to, get into, everything else. I think people were just as shocked as I was. I was shocked to find out that we were actually paying for it. Like, taxpayer money went to Harvard.
So a lot of it, for what it's worth, goes to research.
Yes.
Okay.
It goes to like medical research and tech research and stuff
So
like
they
that. So
get
things that are
funds based on
Right.
things that are
yes.
hypothetically beneficial to the country. Not just like paying for kids to go to school. There is obviously some that goes to tuition and stuff like that too.
Not
And that's
that
ridiculous.
much though. That's more like booster things.
it
But
is-
you will get funding. Like our taxpayers goes to Harvard, and they are given the money specifically
Sure.
to research a certain thing. They can't just like, it's not like a bank account that's like free. Now, the things that they're researching,
yes.
exactly.
And so
now,
Bob, you and I have mutual friends who have been on Drinkin' Bros that we consider genuine friends in real life and maybe not just guests.
yeah.
Some of them have these grants that are going on at universities.
Right.
I won't say what they are. They're in the Harvard ilk is all I will say.
Right.
I don't even agree with some of them, and they've kind of gone through the process of what you have to do to get these grants and everything else. And I was like, do we need to be spending money on that? I mean, obviously, I don't want to say that to them because that's their life and that's what they deem important.
Right.
But as a mom and as a parent, here's what I struggle with is like, do you want your kid to go to Harvard?
Yes.
Because it's not paid for.
Hard yes. By the way, it should be noted
Yes.
that
But Bob, if you couldn't afford it, do you still want?
if I couldn't afford it, then they would qualify for all sorts. Every private school, especially like rich private school, has obscene scholarship endowments. Like so, for example, I knew a lot of people that went to SMU.
Okay.
Right? Not as rich as Harvard, but very wealthy.
Right.
Every single kid there was upper middle class or more. All of them had scholarships.
So
All of them.
I'll give you just my quick insight into it because one of the schools that I really wanted to go to that I got a football scholarship to was a school called Colgate's. Very similar, right? And they said, look, we don't give full rides here. You get half. And when you look at the other half of the tuition, it still was mind-altering, where I was just like, oh my God. I don't know if my parents can afford this, right?
Right.
They said try and do your best and everything else.
Yeah.
Graduated with honors. Ultimately, my biggest downfall for that particular school and Brown as well was I was dog shit on the SATs. Dog shit. I mean, like I took the classes and they got me the tutors and all that other stuff. And
Right.
like,
So you weren't good enough. You didn't get in.
right. But I also worried that because I took the SATs and I was that bad at them, would I do any good at those schools in the first place, or would I just be fucking driving myself crazy trying to accomplish something mentally that I probably couldn't do?
So I'll say this first off, here's my pitch for the Ivy League to our more right-leaning audience. Both your president and your vice president went to the Ivy League.
Yes.
Yeah, but I think
J.D. Vance recently. J.D. Vance is my age.
Not yet, but
here's the thing. I think they're smart enough.
Oh,
so
okay. So
I don't know if I am. To be honest,
I told you this off air, and I've heard this from other Harvard students as well, and Ivy students as well. It depends on the program, but for a lot of them, it's harder to get in than it is to go there.
Yes.
And can you talk them into it of like, hey, dude, I'm doing bad, but also because I'm looking at the tuition right now. I mean, this is just for tuition and forget room and board, $56,600 a year, right?
So you go there for 4 years. You're looking at 250, 300, depending upon where you stay, live, everything else. Do they, and I'm asking honestly, do they kind of just pass you because you got in? Is that what you guys are leaning on? Or like,
No,
hey, you're paying the money, like we're going to kind of shuffle you through?
Well, I actually have heard that the standards have dropped in terms of like they want to pass kids. But like this is something I heard like Conan O'Brien say, an obviously intelligent person.
I think he's very, very bright. I love Conan O'Brien. He's obvious. I genuinely, I think he's my late night favorite host of all time.
Yeah, I mean he's
for real, but he's a genius. He wrote for The Simpsons, SNL.
No, I think that's a good call.
But he was like, I broke my back to get in there, and was terrified.
And then what did he say when he was there?
He said it wasn't that big of a deal.
Okay,
like you just, and honestly,
requirements to like get accepted to Harvard are insane to the point where if you can do that, you can do Harvard.
But there was classes at Ohio State that I struggled in that I was like, fuck, man.
Well, Ohio State is a very good school as well.
I understand that, but it's not Harvard. Like, yes, it is a very good school. I think you have to have a 3.85 just to even get in the fucking door there. But like, if I struggled there, I don't know what would have happened at a Harvard. And so,
I mean, were you struggling in classes that you were just generally not good at? Like
one of them was like the Ming Dynasty and shit like that, where you're studying, but you're also learning patterns and things like that. But there's also a lot going on where you're like, God damn, man, like
certainly like I had trouble like econ and stuff like that, but like or like
chemistry,
math classes,
by the way,
science classes.
Chemistry was a genuine conversation. What's the next one above chemistry? Whatever above the basic level.
I don't know.
Yes, physics.
Yeah.
Physics. I go to physics, and they just said, "Hey, man, you've got to pass it. That's it. You can get a D- and you can get the fuck out of here." I fought till the nth hour to get a D-, and it required a conversation with the fucking professor of like, "Hey, dude, I'm the and this I swear to God is what I said to him. I'm the only white person in here, and you're grading on a bell curve. I'm getting my fucking ass kicked in, and this is not my major." I have to pass this class.
Yeah.
However, if I fail this, my parents are gonna have to pay for another fucking quarter of this.
Yeah.
Like,
I mean, look,
I think he just shuttled me through because there's no way I beat them on that last exam.
Right.
I don't know because I only got the final grade.
I mean, I think physics. No offense, but I feel like this is correct. Like, that's not your skill set. Like it isn't. You're creative, right? It's not my skill set. So like I would struggle in a physics class at fucking dipshit Northwest State.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like there's no
But wouldn't
university.
you picture Harvard to be harder than that?
I mean, the physics is the physics at some point.
Yeah.
I guess so.
Like it's not
it's not harder physics.
Right, like math
there.
doesn't change.
Yeah.
On the school.
They don't have like different numbers and stuff.
I look at our kids' curriculum in 5th grade and it's higher than ours was in 5th grade.
Yeah.
Like by a mile.
That's true.
Right, but you go to fucking Harvard to network.
And that's why I would want my kids to go there. The connections are insane. I mean, think about this, dude. You were in fucking Hollywood. How many Harvard kids just get a straight fucking line to a writer's room?
I'll tell you this, though. I got, sort of, but I got there was a lot of Ohio State connections that I used and cashed in for sure. And it helped connection-wise in Hollywood. It was an accident, but that I was able to run into these people and everything else.
I'm just wondering, what's the problem? What is the problem? Why do you not?
The backlash right now is mom's saying, "Hey, dude, not only can I not afford this fucking place, and I don't want to pay for it tax dollar-wise, but I don't even know if I want my kid to go there." So you guys are saying yes?
Yes.
Pretty much any Ivy except like Brown, I would be like, hell yeah, go there. The connections alone.
It's the connections. It's the thing like of J.D. Vance. Like he talks about his upbringing, right? When he says Harvard after all of that, you don't even have to, like,
I know,
you
you're
automatically
right.
think a certain thing.
I do. You're correct.
And then he can prove you wrong or right, right?
But he's in the position he's in. I mean, part of it was the book he wrote, but a huge part of it is he's Ivy League. Like connections are immediate.
But even his pitch to the publisher is, this was my background. I went to Harvard.
Yes.
Right.
Do you know what I'm saying?
Yes.
So
no one would have given a shit if he went to grad school at fucking Illinois.
Okay, so let's take this a step further, because this is something else that I've been reading online in the last 24 hours. If you didn't have the money for it,
Okay.
knowing that you're looking at $300K, do you take that out against your credits and get your kids in there and say, I'm going to pay for this?
I would co-sign it if they were going there for a real thing.
For an actual thing. So like if
business, science, medicine,
Yes.
no law, no fucking question. Sign on the dotted line. I will get ROI
100%.
Okay. Gotcha.
If it's
I just wanted to talk to real people because right now you have this back and forth online where it's like, look, 90% of the people who are actually bitching about it don't even have kids who could get into Harvard, let's be honest with you. So I just wondered what the general feel was of like, all right, I'm willing to take out a $300K loan and I don't know if I can pay it back when my kid went to Harvard because you think it'll help. So it's okay.
Join a secret society at
Yes,
an Ivy
and I
League school
think,
and you're fucking
And
set.
again, the tuition, that's honestly, it's a fake number because the scholarships abound. There are a million.
It's hard, man. And like, again, if you're an athlete, my knowledge, I mean, this is a long time ago, obviously. They only paid for half. I don't know that they pay anything at all anymore.
There's just a million different ones. There really
grant-wise?
are.
I think the people that are mad are the people that like are looking at the experience that a lot of the kids are having there, which is they're in like African American lesbian studies and right?
Yeah.
And they're paying that
but
much.
But it's also this,
and this and that. So I think those are the people that are mad. The people that went there for the Harvard or are going there for Harvard, for business, to use it for that, whatever. I don't think they're involved in any of this back and forth anyways. The funding's getting cut. So that's happening.
It's not that much though. I mean, Harvard on their own makes so much money a year that like what the government is giving them versus what they already take in.
But they're giving them for research, so it's not just to willy-nilly. So again, they're getting stuff taken away, research-wise and what have you, and it will bring their prestige probably down, so they can do what they want to do.
They'll lose research opportunities, which means they'll lose talent to other schools. And,
so it's a leverage thing.
And then if you cut a bunch, then all of the universities in the United States start losing talent to other places. Like the point is, you talk about like Trump wants to bring in like good immigrants, right? Like immigrants who are like useful doctors and shit like that, business people.
Right.
The way they get in here, the way they start here, the way they love America is because they go to these schools.
They go to these schools, they get scholarships or what have you
Well, they probably don't get
not scholarships, but they get in.
Yeah. Well, maybe some of the
get
poor
like
ones do.
citizenship, student visas, what have you.
Create their businesses here.
Yes.
Because they went to school here.
Yes.
That type of, or like become doctors here or like leading. That's how we steal.
So the tuition is the tuition. The funding is not used for any of the tuition. So
no, not
Harvard,
much. Not much.
No. Harvard doesn't lose any money. It loses prestige because of people going there to work on this study or work on this research. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Be part of the research group that cures this, what have you.
Yeah.
So it will lose that kind of prestige if they end up not taking the dollars, right? Tax dollars. But their tuition, boosters, all of those things, like that doesn't change.
Okay. But because I'm looking at it, because the last thing about this is just a fuck the rich movement that it feels like we're in anyways, where you've got the AOC thing and Bernie going out against fuck the oligarchy, and then obviously fuck the rich. But it's like I'm looking at this Harvard graduation here, and it's like, God, somebody paid all this goddamn money for you to do this fucking bullshit. So
they did, not tax dollars, but like the school, the tuition,
sure.
And by the way,
boosters donate,
I'm sure that there is federal funding to their research that could be cut for like just dog shit like social science studies.
Yes.
You know what I mean? Sociology, like get the fuck out of here.
Yes.
It's fucking pointless.
Yes.
But like hard science, medical stuff, I personally think there is a absolute hard benefit to the United States to fund that type of stuff. Either way, the connections, man.
We're just being.
I
think we're just being totally honest.
No, I get it. I just the video that's
like
By the way, one of the video that's circulating is their graduation video here.
Okay.
And I'll send it to you via Twitter here that you can watch and like.
Is it on like cell phone or something?
Yeah, just at the graduation, and they hosted some anti-Semitic graduation where everybody's waving Palestine flags and screaming and all this other shit.
Right.
And this has kind of gone viral and everything else. That kind of started all of this, but
it's just the normal graduation.
It appears. I don't know their graduation. I've never been, so it just looks like a normal graduation as far as what I'm watching.
Mm-hmm.
So this looks like my colleges. Mine was outdoors, but I don't know how they work. To be honest with you,
right?
I've only been there one time in my entire life, and if I didn't get permits to film there, I would never be allowed on that campus.
Right.
We were shooting a TV show.
Was it gorgeous?
Yes. By the way, it's in the heart of Boston.
Yeah.
So like you walk over to Cheers and all the fun stuff, and it's behind these gates, so like you can't even get in.
Yeah.
Like there is huge metal, like old school, like.
And Matt Damon's there,
Probably
right?
the shit you guys talk about in softcore history, where it's just like these fucking royal gates,
spires, and all types.
Yeah.
of things.
I mean, it's rad. Where you're looking on the outside, getting in, like, fuck, what is back there?
It's so rich. Matt Damon's the janitor.
Exactly.
You know,
and when Matt Damon has to be the janitor, like there's problems. So yeah, that's the video. Just play it.
It didn't look like
anti-Semitic
This
graduation.
isn't a real. This isn't their real graduation.
No, it's like an event they hold where they.
Oh, okay.
Well, other schools have like mini graduation ceremonies.
They do, yeah. It depends on what class you graduate in and when and why and all that other shit. Like,
it's called the anti-Semitic graduation.
No, they didn't call it that. They did not call it that. Just to be clear, this is what they're calling it online, and this is what sparked all this and everything else. And like, as a parent paying for this, would I be amped about it? No, but
your kid's not going to be at that graduation.
I hope not.
I'll tell you where I will never, ever send my fucking kids unless they get a full ride is some pointless fucking small liberal arts school that has private school tuition.
I agree.
And isn't even that fucking good.
I agree.
You know what I mean?
Yep.
Like, if you want to go to a private school, it better be...
One has already popped into my mind, and I can't say it because I don't know if they watch the fucking program, so I'm not going to say it. But I already know what you're talking about.
But I mean, I had friends in college who went to like all these little private schools, and I see them complain online about,
You know what's weird is like they're the PE teachers and shit.
Yeah.
Like that's one of the people that popped into my head. That's what he does, and he was.
It's crazy.
One of the richest people in my high school.
It's crazy.
Like,
I would be like, look, if I like honestly like Mizzou, for example, like gets ranked like pretty mid public school wise. I think it's right around like 100, 110 in the country for public private combined, like the full fucking list. If my kids are applying to school. And they asked me about a private school that is below the state school I went to in the middle of the country.
You'd say fuck off.
Yeah. Right off of there.
Yeah.
No fucking way.
Yeah.
I would rather pay for a public school that's out of state and pay that first year of like abysmal tuition.
It's actually not bad.
Which one?
Like I paid out of state to UCF, and it was cheaper than going to Penn State in state.
That doesn't surprise me.
No, Penn State is a costly one too, and it's a great school.
Did you get in state after the first year? School. Did you take a residency?
No. I couldn't.
Yeah, I tried as well, and I couldn't either.
So all my out-of-state friends in college,
we tried. Dude, they got real strict with it. So
I don't think Missouri does, but like, and
all the money I made was out of the under the table. So.
Yeah. I don't know how strict UT is, but Mizzou is just like all you have to do is live here a full year and have a job that makes you like, I don't know, like $4,000 or $5,000 a year. That was when I was in school. Yeah. So like basically like work at a restaurant.
Yeah,
I lived there for a full year.
Delco was in your land. It was in a shoebox underneath my in a safe, and then I had a safety deposit box.
Yeah, like bars don't pay legit.
It was all cash.
It's all cash.
It was all cash, homie. Straight cash.
Well, you just got to do it. I don't know, legit for you. You got to show them a tax receipt.
I know.
To be like, here's my permanent residence for a year. Here's my thing, and then it's boom, in-state tuition.
Yeah.
Also, the college hunks that was paid under the table.
Were you really?
Yeah.
Look at that, dude.
Well, prostitution's not legal, so I don't know how you could.
Yeah.
I'm not sure how you thought that was going to shake out, but
you can say it
what
now.
W-2 are those Saudi men filling out?
Yeah.
I guess thinking about it, like, what happens to that debt when you die? Does it go to them, I guess? So fuck it,
What?
Harvard?
Oh, yeah. Well, we can easily say it because our kids aren't going to know.
I don't think so.
Cute. They're so cute, though.
Beautiful children.
Oh, that hair.
Do you have any schools they're not allowed to go to in Texas?
No. I don't like. I would recommend. I would give my recommendations.
No, here's the deal.
Here's what I would honestly recommend. Go to. This is my dream and probably not yours, but we can talk about it. Go to a college that feels like college, where I think the biggest things I learned were socially rather than the Ming Dynasty or whatever the fuck I was talking about earlier. Like it's. So go to a college school that you can have fun, root for, want to go back to, and that is also a good school so that if you have that degree, it is impressive.
Right.
So, like, I've never taken shit for Ohio State. Obviously, NYU, no. I mean, everybody's like, holy shit. But I would say that rather than I do not want to press them to go to Harvard or Yale or something else.
It's so funny that you think you're going to be able to choose.
Who?
You.
No. But you leave it up to kids. But I asked, like,
Listen, we're going to be happy. We are struggling with 5th grade fucking basics, bro.
You're fine.
We're fine, but we're struggling. Okay,
but we know,
and we're real
we
cute,
all
and
know
we
what
can
Dad
kick
does
we
for
can kick
a living.
a soccer ball. Okay,
And as long as there's NIL,
send them to the trailer.
Hey guys,
Listen.
okay guys, as long as there's NIL,
it's fine.
I've got ins with the colleges.
It's
I'm
fine.
okay with that.
We're gonna be happy with whatever, and by that time, who knows? Harvard may be like a.
I could put a wing on the building. If the Seltzer does well, I could put a wing on the building and get them in there. You know?
Exactly.
So we don't really know, but it's probably going to be on Dad rather than them. That's what we're saying.
You're going to have Wexner money?
What does $10 million get me? A plaque.
Yeah, exactly. Please,
exactly.
a bench,
Exactly.
a hot bench in the sun.
Yeah,
Yep.
at Harvard. It's the Patterson bench.
Yeah, it's a Patterson. It's made of black metal, and we put it right in the sun.
Yep.
The
And
kids
you can
love
hear
it.
the acorns bounce right off of it every fall.
Oh,
and that's
the kids love it.
the
Thank
tradition.
you so much for your donation, Patterson.
But if they got in, that we would sit on that bench like proud parents, wouldn't we?
From the bench.
Wipe off the bench, hon. We
How'd
gotta take a
how'd you
picture
get
with
in?
the kids.
My dad got the bench.
He
that
bought
one
a bench. Oh, that is it. The acorn bench. Yeah.
Got me 25% off tuition with that.
Sure did.
Yeah, the
Anyways.
squirrels come up to you.
Yeah.
Ask for food.
Yep. That's a good bench.
It's a really great bench.
I'm just gonna push my kids away from.
I would push them towards a good school. So, like Texas, to answer your question, if they like the weather down here, I'd be shocked if they wanted to stay. But UT is great. I always have a good time, doing whatever we do around that campus and everything else. So that's fine. I would steer him clear of a Baylor just because.
Well, yeah,
it's weird, man, and I think it's religious or something.
It's hyper religious.
And TCU, but they have like a 90,000 seat stadium that's dry because they don't drink there. So it's like I wouldn't.
What,
it's not
Baylor?
fun. Yeah, Baylor.
Yeah. TCU you can drink in
Yeah,
the stadium
TCU and
size.
SMU are also both technically religious schools, but they're normal.
What about yours?
Oh, if
Jesse?
he goes to Notre Dame,
I don't want him
I'm
to
gonna
go
fucking kill him.
Yeah, there you go. I was just going to ask you, what's the school that's off limits for you?
And then if he gets in, obviously I'd be happy. But if we're talking now, which is all just hypothetical dreamland.
Sure. That's
I
where
would
we're at
not
today.
be stoked with the Notre Dame, just going to say.
But academically, and the connections you make there, like I understand why Notre Dame is Notre Dame.
Yeah, but like you said, college is just for social.
And they have decent sports all throughout the year.
The social life sucks ass at Notre Dame.
Social life
My
sucks
friends
there.
who went to Notre Dame are like, it fucking
I actually enjoyed the bars. Once I got out of that stadium, like the bars and restaurants and all that stuff
I went
were
to
fine.
one game there. Every single student that was around me, I wanted to kill.
They're dweebs.
I don't know if they actually went there, though.
Dweeby?
They might have been T-shirt fans.
Dorky. I wanted to shove them all in lockers.
No frats.
No, they were like,
really?
no, they were kind of like stuck up and
They're stuck up
and
dweebs.
nerdy, which is like the worst combo.
Because it costs what a Harvard costs. Like, it's a big boy school. It's a big boy school.
Anyways, good for them. I want to also go to like a parents' weekend and have fun. So
Yeah.
that's
Where's yours?
the only
What's
thing.
your dream?
Where
Like a
they would
Pepperdine?
go. Dude, Pepperdine would be dope.
Have you guys ever been to Pepperdine? It's hilarious.
I've heard
It's
good
on the
things.
beach in
It's on the
Malibu.
beach, yeah.
Pepperdine would be dope.
What's the one in Florida you always tell me about? FAU? Is that on the beach too?
That's in Boca.
That's in Boca.
Yeah, that's
Is it FIU on a beach? Is that the one?
Florida International is in Miami-Dade County, so like it's fun.
Look,
I mean, I went to a party where there was at FIU Fiji, and there was 10,000 people there.
Okay. All right. I just don't want to go to. I don't want to live
It
in
got
Miami.
shut down by police helicopters.
Yeah, that's happened to me. It's happened to me before, for sure. Anything else that's off limits for you?
USC maybe.
Yeah, I don't like USC. I don't like USC at all.
Yeah, but
that was dangerous.
I don't know.
You
man.
take a wrong turn in USC and like, holy shit. I went to my first game there. I took a wrong turn, and I'm lucky to be sitting here in this chair today. I can tell you that. Holy fuck.
I'm a hard no on any Texas public school that isn't UT.
For sure.
I think so. No,
Dude.
Tech.
No,
Dude.
I'm with you.
Your kid
I'm
can
with you.
follow in his hero's footsteps and go to UCF.
Dude.
I like UCF. I'd have a fun time there. If my kids wanted to go to school to UCF, I'd have no problem.
That's where that fucking destroying kicker went.
I had exactly. And by the way, I enjoyed the campus. Everything was set up great. It'd be a fun school. It's a big school. Socially, you would have a good time, and you'd also have to learn how to navigate those classes and all that shit. That was, I think, the biggest takeaway from Ohio State was when you go to a gigantic school like that, it's 65,000. You've got to go end to end and kind of cheat your way around the system to figure out how to get the classes you even want to be in. So, like, I wouldn't mind that. I wouldn't mind a UCF.
We don't have that many big donors, so you could just throw your dick around.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that would be
there
all
you
right.
go.
That'd be all right.
Big fish it.
Competing with like Diplo.
Is that your most famous alumni there?
He's one of them. Him and Daniel Tosh.
Wow.
Tosh made a few $100 million.
Yeah.
He's doing all right. He's doing so well that he doesn't pop up anywhere anymore. He doesn't have to. I think he's married and got kids, right? He's just living a normal life somewhere.
Yeah. Podcast and
That's it.
bouncing from his like Colorado house to like
Which is probably in Aspen or something.
yeah, so his Aspen house to his San Diego place. So
I mean, you just described Kurt Russell's life. So I mean, yeah, good for Tosh. Good for Tosh. Just clips. That's all it is. That's all it is. Is something burning, by the way? In here?
Smells like incense.
What do we got here? Oh, to burn some glue off your knife, right? I didn't know if anything was on fire
glue
in
off
here.
your knife.
Not that I wouldn't let it go down. We got a nice insurance policy on this goddamn thing, but it doesn't kick in for 5 more days, so let's save the fire.
He just admitted.
Yeah,
That
it
it
doesn't
was
cover
on
it
air.
if we're
It's
on
fine.
air.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So
We'll try it again without like him telling us what he did.
Absolutely.
Yeah, yeah.
Absolutely. You got a crime corner or Nature Nook or anything to close us out here today? What do you got?
Do you want
Hey, if you want to do a real life one, we can do one.
a real life what?
Crime corner right now. You want to talk about it?
Oh, I thought we can do our new segment if you want.
Which is?
The pocket?
Fire away.
Yeah, welcome to the pocket.
Welcome to the pocket.
Let's do it. Let's do Welcome to the Pocket. Do we have a jingle for it?
Bob spends a lot of time
Okay.
on Instagram, and he finds just accounts that he gets into. This one is
Looks like a woman holding a vagina there.
It's not it, but
Okay, good.
it's
Because I was like, can we even show
it's
that?
public poopers, and it's not like homeless people. Do you know what I mean? So we've seen that.
It's
like
not
people.
all homeless
It's not
people.
like
Is this a fetish that people
shitting
have?
in the street. No, it's like normal
just couldn't
people
hold it.
that couldn't hold it, and I think it's just sort of the idea of like been there.
Yeah.
Everybody can kind of be like been there.
If only there was a page dedicated to public poopers. And this is public.poopers on Instagram if you're out there.
Welcome
and
to the
you're
poop pocket.
Dying to watch people shit. There's got to be some shit noise you can play.
Yeah, I'll make
to
a
lead
club.
us
I'll
in
make
there.
a club hit.
This was like a last second
Yeah,
edition.
make a shitty club banger for this.
Okay,
and then,
will do.
And then we'll do it.
Will do.
What are we
So-
about to watch
Some
here,
public
kids?
pooping. Now, this is a acrobatic public poop before we get into other stuff. here.
Okay.
Okay.
This is fantastic. I can't play sound because there's a Coco Melon song on it, but
Understand that's a weird
What the
song to
fuck?
put with public shitting.
well,
Yeah,
Anyway.
children watch that, but go ahead and
This
press
is,
play.
ahead.
I associate children's stars with poop, with Blippy.
Really?
yeah, that's true.
Well, there is a great Blippy shitting video.
I mean, that's the only thing I know Blippy for.
It's still the best one of all time
Yeah, exactly.
that I've seen.
This is
Go ahead and play.
All right,
this.
Bob.
Poop
Let's
de
see how
Soleil.
this segment does.
Yeah, let's see how this does with the audience here.
Oh,
wow, dude.
Impressive,
Good night.
dude.
Well, that's amazing. Is that going to get us
I don't think it was.
deleted for that? I mean, he just
maybe.
jumped off a cliff buck naked and then
Taking a shit.
had a
Thanks for that.
stream
Wait,
of shit
did
that
we
was
see-
I didn't see
maybe
anything.
3-4
Did we see
feet
penis?
long.
I don't know.
No, there's no
Did
hog.
you guys see hog or nothing?
No
hog. All right,
hog.
no hog. So we saw ass.
Or are we so desensitized that we
I
were
know that
like,
I am. I know that I am. And I know that D'Anthony is as well.
We have like
those I can
penis
answer
blindness
for.
now.
We'll
okay.
find out from the YouTube AI.
Okay,
yeah.
so all right, now what's happening here?
What's happening here? This looks
in
like
the grocery store.
Oh, whoopsies.
Oh, did it just fall out?
Oh, it's splattered though too. Like that's not. Oh man, that's not hard.
He did that one on purpose.
That's crazy.
Because he was bending down. Oh, I'm just looking at some. You know what I mean?
But he kind of seems shocked. Why couldn't he make it to the bathroom?
I think that would shock anyone, even if you knew it was happening.
All right, let's see this one.
This is just a saddle grandpa.
Okay.
Come on, Bob.
Saddled grandpa. No, we'll end it
This
on a
is the
saddled
one?
grandpa. Is this the one where?
Oh, something's wrong.
Oh no!
Oh, no.
Oh
Something's
no!
wrong.
Oh, he's going full Joe Pop.
Oh, I was at that
I don't
game,
like
by the way.
this.
Just shake it out.
I shook it out of the pants and kept walking.
Way to go, Gramps.
Damn it!
Way
Gramps.
to go, Gramps.
I was at that Joe Paw game, by the way, when he shit himself. I was right there at that game.
Is
My
there?
God,
what's
man.
the elevator? The elevator will get dinged for, right?
We could sit here all day.
That
Should we move this over to Patreon on Thursday?
Yeah.
All right.
that.
All right.
Here's
So
one
I don't want to
last.
lose the
let
channel
us
on
know.
public shitting.
Let us know if you're into the poop pocket.
Yeah.
Hey, so that last
Poop
one was
pocket.
like
Oh wait.
Shawshank.
Oh.
Now this I
Where was
understand.
that?
Now this I understand. Watch this woman. Back that up, Bob.
Well, it'll just play again.
This
I
one
know,
I
but
understand. She knew what was going on,
But
and
what
she
it-
said, "Fuck it." So
What?
this is stop, drop, just shut him down, open up shop, and then kick it under,
before.
and then she's
And she
she's
had-
good to go.
she
She's
had-
out of there.
She had the
Grocery
courtesy.
store?
She's at the grocery store.
She had the
Okay.
courtesy to kick it under so nobody steps in.
Correct.
Which I think is a
Yeah.
public service.
Yes.
And
Yeah, yeah.
This is another one. This is a Shawshank.
And this is a
That's
hard
what this
one.
is called.
This is a hard one, by the way, that also you can kick.
Oh, yeah.
That other guy couldn't kick that.
The old man could, though, but he was already in the corner. That's called a Shawshank dump. It's where you shit your pants and you shake it out of your fucking pant leg.
Yep. 'Cause
Oh,
you're
okay.
just trying to clear out the wall.
Oh, like the dirt.
Old Andy.
Okay.
Old Andy Dufresne.
Oh, and then she just. But I love like I'm just going back to bagging my stuff.
That's all she's doing. That's all she's doing.
And then
She's going
you
back to
guys can
bagging it.
find it together. That's a
Yeah.
fun thing. Oh my gosh, what is this?
Yeah,
right?
he's just looking at
We'll be here
Skittles.
forever.
I know.
She could. Yeah.
Well, Thursday, let's get into this. Oh, he's pulling his pants down.
Why is it
God
white?
damn
Oh,
I don't know.
Wow. Why is it white?
Not sure. Guys, we're going to definitely
All right,
get deleted
all right.
for
So
this.
anyways,
we'll shift this over to Patreon on Thursday, I promise
This
you.
is
Look, this Instagram page is flourishing with all the poops.
Yeah,
right
so-
now, this is one that goes down in usually 2 weeks. What was the page we
I
did
don't
the other
know.
day while those people dying? I think it's deleted.
how long have you been?
how long have
following
you been
this?
following public poopers?
About a week.
Okay.
Got dropped.
All right.
Got served to me. The algorithm knew what I like.
Sure.
Yeah.
They always do.
Okay.
Those algorithms, man.
I'll get you.
They will get you, and they do know you.
Yeah, they do. Yeah, they do. All right, we appreciate you tuning in. Pennsylvania folks, 1,000 cases will be going out right around Thursday or Friday around the Pennsylvania area. I don't know it all that well other than Pittsburgh, Philadelphia, and where Penn State is.
Which
So
parts of Pennsylvania is it
I will
going out
get
to?
that to you this afternoon and
you could
and
do
figure it
some
out.
recon
There was
for us.
Alatoona on there. There was some other
Oh.
places on there that's
Old Altoona.
it sounds
Ah.
familiar, but
Altoona's where Luigi got caught, right?
Yeah.
was it?
Yes.
Thank you. Maybe they did that for me.
There you go.
All right. And then the variety packs and all that fun stuff will be out. And then we'll be doing a live show there 10 days from today. But go out and buy those. Those are the first 1,000. And those will be gone quickly for Hard AF Seltzer. Penn State asked for the Blue Raz. So they're the Blue Raz ones there. But they're the special cans. I know the people in Michigan are buying them and not even drinking them just because they want the can to sit on the shelf and all that fun stuff. And I understand that as well. Because we've got a 3-year deal. Who knows? Hopefully extend it because we got to get our kids into college eventually. So we'll see what happens there, James.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
And then you've got a crime corner tomorrow. Who's dropping tomorrow?
We got to
On
record
the
it
show.
tonight.
You're recording it
We're
tonight?
recording tonight.
Nice.
The Patreon is up.
Okay.
He's dead. She said. One of my faves.
Perfect.
One of my faves. But somewhat a story of, it's sometimes the wife.
Good God.
It's not always the husband. Sometimes it's the wife.
She doesn't want to give away the murder.
Stop fucking talking. You don't even have a microphone.
All right. All right.
God, it's distracting.
Also, Crime Corner video is now on Spotify. So the entire back catalog is there on Spotify. So you can watch it, listen to it, all that fun stuff over there. Congratulations,
at
you
what it
guys. And I think Ryan, is he back there, Moffat? Fake Ryan.
Fake Ryan. Oh, God.
Well,
just now,
he
right?
put them all up. He was going late into the night. I can tell you that.
You know why
saw
he
some
killed
come through at
himself
like
is he had
4
to
a.m.
put all of my crime corners
He sure
up.
did for like 100 episodes.
And he had to hear my voice.
Over and over.
And over and over.
Again. Luckily, we don't have to hear it the rest of the day. Why? Because we're done here. All right. For Jesse Wiseman, a.k.a. the Jables, I'm Ross Patterson. This is the Revolucion. Buenos tardes, everyone.
Good afternoon.